Al, technically we are at the penultimate episode of original Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to find out how we'll eventually defeat Naraku. Which did we actually learn anything about the ultimate key to defeating Naraku?
I think the heart being the key is,
Nahone. That makes more sense, yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Gotcha. Ow.
You good?
I bonked my knee against my desk.
Don't do that.
Just knocking stuff over. Anyways, hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha. Is episode 168. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Owl and Lady
Hello.
We are discussing Season 6, Episode 27, or Episode 165, entitled The Ultimate Key to Defeating Naraku.
Naraku.
Let's figure it out.
There's a lot of infant in this episode. Well, not a lot, but a lot more than we have had in a while.
Yeah, we see some more parasite demon bodies just hanging around. There's a hole in the ground. Naraku's scent is in the air.
And they're like, oh man, the villagers said the mountain moved overnight. I guess it did. That's weird.
Kagura and Kohaku kill a bunch of the parasite demons, and they're like, these guys are weird. What's up with them?
Kagura also suspects that Kohaku knows more than he's letting on.
Kana's just in a cave.
Yep.
Just hanging out.
With infant in the mirror.
Yep, just hanging out. Kohaku goes back to Hakudoshi and they chit chat, and then Hakudoshi's like, why does Naraku keep Kagura around? She's weird. Anyways, you should go help Kana. She's in a cave. Inuyasha and the gang find the mountain that has been running around is actually a big old demon, and they get to chit chat, and he's like, hey, I heard you talking about Naraku. I don't want that guy. I don't like that guy. He was in my body. He stole my orb. It's real rude. I was sleeping for 200 years.
God, it must be nice.
It's real messed up. Now
I didn't mean to yawn when I said that.
The orb basically hides this dude's demonic aura, which lets him sleep undeterred, essentially.
So he doesn't have to fight all the time.
Yeah. He's like, I want my orb back. Give me my orb back.
He's also got like weird bug eyes.
He does. They eventually come to an agreement that they're like, hey, we'll get your orb back. And then he's like, here's some crystal shards. They'll detect when, the orb's around. So good luck with that.
Just shakes off a bunch of them from his arms. Like, here you go, kids.
And they only pick up like a few, which is foreshadowing a bad idea.
I said everybody should pick some up. There's a lot there. Did they do it?
Nope.
No. Why would they? Why would they listen to me?
Kohaku's on his way to rendezvous with Kana, and then he spots Kikyo's little helper gals in the air. He's like, what are they? And the bee's like, you should kill them. He's like, okay. Throws his weapon at them, and they just fall into little tiny paper puppet thingies. And then Kikyo's like, hey, what are you doing?
Those are mine.
Those are mine. And then Naraku shows up behind her.
No.
He gets the jump on her. Kagome senses the jewel shard of Kohaku, and they rush towards it. And then Kikyo shoots an arrow at Naraku after she's like, I don't know if I should shoot or not. I don't know. He's like,
no.
What's wrong? Did you not expect me? She blows him up, so he's got like half his body just hanging out. But she's still trapped in like this weird bone cage. Naraku's like, Kohaku, you should kill Kikyo. And then Inuyasha and the gang show up. Inuyasha goes to fight Naraku, who then just spews a bunch of miasma at him, and he disappears. We go like the next day where Inuyasha and Kikyo have a discussion. She's like, I think that he's got that orb to hide the demonic orb because he's trying to hide his heart, because we keep killing him and he keeps coming back. So I don't think his heart's in him anymore. It's somewhere else. He's taking the orb to that, whatever it is, and using that to hide it, so we won't find it and make it this whole all more difficult for us. He's like, and you're also like, yes, that sounds plausible.
Meanwhile, they're being like over to the side, and Shippo's like, I don't know why they're doing this. And Kagome is also like, upset about it, understandably.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they do stand off aside from everybody else. And it is pointed out later, like, hey, if they have this information, they should have been saying it in front of everybody, which I think is 100% valid.
Yeah.
They are a team in this, so it doesn't make sense to just have the two of them other than to be little.
Yeah. It's all Kikyo's fault.
Yeah, I agree.
Hakudoshi and Kohaku kill a big demon and then take a bunch of human souls.
Nom, nom, nom,
And
nom,
then
nom.
Inuyasha and the gang come across a bunch of demon corpses, and they're like, "That's weird." And then they kill one, and then a bunch of spirits go out of it, and then they keep fighting more and more weird demons, and then they start finding demons that look more human-like. They're like, "That's weird." And then Hakudoshi shows up and is like, "Oh, did you find me? Here's my new demon thing." Ooh.
Ooh.
Inuyasha tries to fight it, but it flies away, and then Inuyasha's able to break off part of like the demon's like arm thing, and then like his goo tries to envelop Inuyasha until he's like, "I'm gonna use the adamant barrage again and shoot it at it and break all this stuff off me." But Hakudoshi jumps in front of the blast and takes it. They're like, "That's weird."
Yeah, he's just a
Anyways,
floating head
yeah.
again.
And then some of the goo just comes and robs Moroku of the little gems that were able to sense the demonic aura thingy.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, I got robbed."
Ah,
So yeah, Hakudoshi, with just his head, flies away with the demon. They go back to Kana and Infant, and Kana's like, or Hakudoshi's like, "Hey, you can take the demon, do whatever you want with it. I'm out of here." Kana's like, "I will give you a soul."
holds up
Demon.
infant.
Infant's just like, "I got an orb." Yippee.
Yay.
And that's how we end the episode.
Yep.
We got some trivia and goofs.
Oh no, not the goofs.
In the manga, Koga met Maru before Inuyasha's group. They arrived second. In the anime, Koga does not appear at all.
Get out of here, Koga.
This is the first time that Haku and Kon are mentioned in the series. They're like the human spirit and the power of the human spirit. Very much just like I was getting big Death Stranding vibes from this when they talk about the Ha and the Ka in that game. Getting big vibes from that with this thing.
I do like that the subtitles called it cone.
Cone.
The cone.
This is mentioned again in season 2 of Yasahime. Al's favorite show.
Don't slander me like that.
This is the first time Naraku and Kikyo have met since Mount Hakare. Mm-hmm. And, here's a spoiler.
Oh, spoiler.
The Infant and Hakudoshi have begun their plan to betray Naraku. All right.
Spoiler.
Sure. I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the goof. When Hakudoshi sends Kohaku off, he says go help Kagura rather than Kana.
I noticed that.
Yeah. But yes.
Oops.
Next time we begin the series finale of Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.
With episode 166, The Bond Between Them Use the Sacred Jewel Shard Part 1. This is an hour-long episode, but it's split up into 2 parts for us, so we will be covering it in 2 weeks, of course. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we will get part 1 of this episode, and then we will wrap things up with part 2, which will end Inuyasha, and then we will dive into the 4th movie, and then the final act.
Yep.
So we near the end of Inuyasha.
We are nearing the end. We're gonna have to find something else. Like, well, not soon, but eventually.
I do have an idea that I need to run by you at some point.
Nah, honey. I just did an eyebrow waggle. You can't see it.
But yes, next time we will be discussing the penultimate episode of Inuyasha.
Wow.
So look forward to that. But that's going to do it for us this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonlanimecheckup.com or sac.co, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from AnLadium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky Seasonal, animecheckup.com. And you can buy our books, One Shiny Moment of Critical Analysis of Love Life Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac Pain on Amazon.com. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA.
Uh-huh.
So join us next time as we begin the end
The end.
of original Inuyasha.
Mm-hmm.